For most of my life, I considered myself an emotional eater. When I just started on the raw vegan path 16 years ago, I was craving bread a lot. And on one morning, I was really tired and I had a big project to do. I worked at home and I went to my parents' kitchen and I opened the drawer with the bread and I looked at it. I was really craving it a lot, but I wasn't letting myself eat it because I was raw vegan. And I guess something kind of broke in me and I grabbed this piece of bread and I went to my room to do some more work, hoping that this piece of bread will push me to continue working because I was so tired. And I took a bite, I started chewing, I swallowed, then I took another bite, and at the same time, I felt inside that this is so wrong. I'm hurting my body. I started crying. And as I was crying, I took another bite. And I was crying and eating this bread. It was so weird. I realized that I was extremely allergic to gluten, and that saved me from continuing eating the bread that helped me to break free. And I realized that I can nourish my body with these beautiful foods, and I started switching to focusing more on nourishing and feeding my body the best foods possible. And even after I became strong on the raw vegan path and only eating raw foods, I still ate emotionally, and I considered myself an emotional eater because I was using food to push myself to do what I didn't want to do. I always had this burning desire to help people, to do something meaningful in this life. And I felt like I wasn't worthy of it. Who am I to be able to help people? Because every time I tried to help, most of them would push me away. And only years later, when I started living my mission and I started supporting people on this beautiful raw vegan path, I realized what was going on in the past. I was pushing myself to do this boring work that I didn't really want to do. I just did it for money, and this is like not a strong motivation for me. And at the same time, looking back, I see that there was a huge component of my struggles with cravings is simple under eating. I was pushing myself to eat less because I thought that's what I need to do to get fitter. And after pushing myself for a little while, I would break down. I would feel like I need to eat now because I have to work. And I would start eating, and then I would feel guilty for that, for eating a little bit more, and then I would eat way more than I needed. So it was this vicious cycle of undereating and then overeating, and I considered myself an emotional eater, which partially was true, but another side of it was that I was simply undereating at times and then overeating to compensate at other times. And for you to start resolving your emotional eating, I invite you to first check in. Did you eat enough of nourishing raw vegan foods, the fresh fruits and veggies? Did you sleep enough? Did you get enough movement? And then when all these components are there, then you can look into emotional aspects of it. What you can do is, when you get an urge to eat more than you need to, beyond your physical satiety, or you get an urge to eat these unhealthy foods, then I would take a tall glass of water, put it next to you, take a piece of paper and a pen, put it in front of you, and then take a big sip of water, close your eyes and ask yourself, what do you really want at this moment? And then write it down on a piece of paper. And then take another big sip of water, take a deep breath, look at this thing that you really want and ask yourself, what is the smallest, simplest step that you can take right now in the direction of this goal or desire that you have? Write it down and then get yourself busy making this step. If you still need to work, that's fine. You can spend 5 minutes on this goal, or maybe make a little plan what you're going to do. Are you going to change things? And take this first little step, do something real for 5 minutes that will get you closer to your dream, what you really want. And if you would like to talk to me about it, I will be so excited to talk about it. So send me a private message on Instagram at happyroreni, and let's look into your dreams. I'm so excited to meet more passionate people like me and support you in any way I can. And to get more videos about cravings, emotional eating, especially on the raw vegan path or high raw vegan path, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!